All right, so let's come to your mat whenever you're ready. Let's take a moment here, settling down. Relax your shoulders, stacking your head above your heart, above your hips. And when you're ready, just close down your eyes here. We're going to take a couple of breaths just to get a bit centered this Saturday morning. So just take time to just listen to your breath. So in today's practice, I want you to completely allow your breath to guide your movements. So take time to develop here a rhythm of breath that works for you this morning. So whether that's with your ujjayi breathing or just a normal breath, but long, smooth inhales and slow, steady exhales. So those who are familiar with ujjayi, you can start to already introduce this in your seated position. Otherwise, take your time here. We've got 5 slow breaths just to get the body a little warmed up with your inhales and your exhales. Now, tuning into your body, paying attention to any spaces in your body that's feeling just a little stiff this morning. Four more deep breaths here at your own pace. Last 3 breaths. Take your time. Last 2 deep breaths. And let's do 1 more deep breath here in your Sukhasana seated position. Keep your eyes closed, still sitting tall, shoulders are still relaxed. You're just going to tilt your head over to the right. So right shoulder going close to the right ear going close to the right shoulder. Feel the stretch along the left side of your neck. Stay here. So you're not looking down, you're still looking somewhat to the front with your eyes closed. 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your head back to center. Inhale. Now this time tilt your head over to the left. So left ear down to the left shoulder, stretching over the right side of your neck. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Now you're going to tilt the head looking up, but your eyes are closed, stretching out the front of your neck. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. And from here, you're going to turn down. So now your chin is tucked down towards your chest, stretching out the back of your neck, checking that your spine is still long. 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center and start to just roll out the neck here. 3 rounds of breath just to release any tightness in your neck. And maybe start to add on the shoulders if it feels good. 2 more breaths. Upper body starts to loosen up. 1 more deep breath. When you're ready, start to come back to center. Blink your eyes open. Take your hands up. Inhale. We're going to twist to the right. Exhale. So I'm going to do the same side as you. Your left hand to your right knee. Right hand props behind you. 2 breaths. Inhale. Sit tall. Lengthen your spine. Exhale to twist. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Now from here, you're going to keep your left hand on your right knee. Take your right hand up to the ceiling. Inhale, stretch your right hand up. Exhale, side body stretch. So your right hand crosses over to the left. Okay, stay here. Open through the chest. Feeling the stretch along the right side body. Stay for 3. Staying for 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Release everything. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, both hands to the left, twisting to the left. Sit tall here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Keep your right hand at your left knee. Take your left hand up. Inhale. Side body stretch. Exhale, left hand towards the right. So you should feel here nice long stretch along the left side of your body. Open your chest. Look up to the ceiling. Staying for 3. Staying for 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up. Both hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Crawl your fingers forward and down. Exhale, fold your body down. So you can stay in your palms, or if it's comfortable, come down to your elbows or come down to your forehead. No right or wrong. Wherever you are, your hips are still grounded here. Staying breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly come all the way back up. Okay, now from here, we're going to come into tabletop position. So come onto your hands and your knees here, checking your alignment for a moment. So your hips and your knees are aligned, your shoulders and your wrists aligned. Spread out your fingers. Just usual cat-cow here, 3 rounds. When you're ready, inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look up. Exhale, scoop the belly in, round the back. As you puff up your back, look down between your hands. 2 more sets. Take your time here. Feel the spine moving. Inhale, open. Exhale to curl. Draw the belly in. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale to round and stay here. We're going to hold it here. Stay for 3. Staying for 2. Keep pressing the floor away from you. Keep stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale and come back to neutral spine. Now from here, walk your hands about 1 step forward. So it's slightly away from your shoulders. You're going to bring your right shin forward. Okay, everyone's okay? Bring your right shin forward. Now from here, you're going to bring left knee in as if you're coming into a half frog pose. So half pigeon, right side will be your pigeon, left side will be your frog pose. I'm going to show you a front view. So from here, this is called deer pose actually, stag pose. It will look something like this. All right, so left leg is in this position, right leg is in the pigeon. Okay, from here, wherever you are, adjust whatever you need to. Fingers forward, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crawl your hands down. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale, you can stay where you are or you can come down lower. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, wherever you are, relax the body here. Upper body completely relaxed. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, lift your head, walk your hands back in. Now from here, stay in your fingertips. Your chest is open. Inhale, walk your hands to the left. Exhale. So your fingers want to go towards your left leg. You should feel a twist in your spine and you may feel a little bit more opening through that left inner thighs. Stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. So come back to center, fingers to the front, press your palms down, come back to tabletop to switch sides, okay? So come back onto all 4s. You can take a moment here, 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands again 1 step forward. This time, left shin to the front. So pigeon side will be your left. Bring your right leg down into frog pose, okay? So same thing on the other side. We're now in stag pose on the left side. Okay, everyone's here. Make sure you're comfortable here. Both hips on the mat, fingers forward. 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can stay where you are. You can come down. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Wherever you are, let's hold here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Come all the way back up. Lift the chest. Take an inhale. Now this time, both hands walk to the right. So your fingers are going close to your right side of your body here. Again, you should feel a little bit more into the right inner thigh. Stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back to center. Okay, when you're ready, tabletop. Press your palms. Lift the hips. Come back onto all 4s. 1 breath here to reset if you need. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push your hips back and take your hips up to the ceiling. You can start by keeping your knees bent. Adjust your palms. If your shoulders are a little tight, open up wider between your palms. And let's start to find movement here. Bending your knees 1 at a time. Just to ease into the hamstrings. It's still early in the morning, so it may be still a little tight. Give it a bit of movement here. Bending 1 knee, straightening the other. 3 breaths here in your first down dog. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, wherever you are, find stillness in your down dog. Your knees can be bent or your legs are straight here depending on how the body feels. Whichever option you've chosen, your upper body is nice and long, so spine is nice and long. Press down firm into your palms. Now just introducing a bit of breath here in your down dog. So inhale in fully. Exhale, contract the belly into your spine. You'll feel that the hips can move up a little bit more. 2 more breaths follow. Inhale. Exhale, contract belly into your spine. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, from here, look forward. Let's take small baby steps. Walk your way to the top of your mat. Take your time here. Come into your flat back position. Inhale. Hands can come up to your shins. Forward fold. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen. You can still soften your knees here. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees. Let's come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, take your hands up high. Forward fold on your exhale. Half lift, inhale. Step back to your first plank position. Exhale. Okay, check your hips in line with your shoulders. Stay, inhale. Knees down, chest, chin down on your exhale. Cobra Pose, inhale. Back into downward facing dog on your exhale, hips to the ceiling. 3 breaths here. Breath of 1. Press down into your hands again. Every time you come back to down dog, check your spine. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. From here, look forward. Right foot steps forward. Left foot steps forward. Make your way to the top. Half lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Lengthen. Folding. Exhale. Soften your knees. Come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Let's go down. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Back into plank when you're ready. Exhale. Step back. Holding your plank. Inhale. Knees, chest, chin on your exhale. Cobra Pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Pausing here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, looking to your feet in your downward facing dog, you're going to start to walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. So your fingers meet your feet at the back of your mat. Coming into a flat back here. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Come all the way up to stand. Hands up and overhead. Inhale. Fold the body back down onto your mat. Exhale. Look forward from here. Inhale. Crawl into a high plank. Exhale. Hands to the top of your mat. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Okay, so we're in high plank. Stay here. 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Gonna go into side plank. Bring your left toes to the middle of your mat. Ground through the outer edge of your back foot as you take your left hand to the ceiling. Okay, so easy side plank. Stay light on your left toes so you're not pressing down here. Stay for 3. Staying for 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Bring your left hand down. Step back into plank, and we're going to change sides from here. So turn to the right. Right toes to the middle of your mat. Right hand up to the ceiling. Staying here for 3. Lift the hips. For 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Right palm down. Go back to plank. Inhale, stay in plank. Push up to down dog. Exhale. 1 full breath here in your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward from here. Left foot steps forward, top of your mat. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Let's go down. Forward fold. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale. Step back to plank when you're ready. Exhale. Pause and hold in plank. Inhale. Your choice. Knees, chest, chin. Maybe chaturanga this time. Exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Okay, stay here. Breath of 1. Check in with your spine. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, looking towards your feet at the back of your mat. Crawl your hands all the way to the back. Half lift when you're there. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Exhale. Come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Forward fold. Take it down. Exhale. Half lift, inhale. Crawl forward, plank position. Exhale, hands to the top of your mat. Pause here. Core is tight, shoulders are working. One breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, coming back to side plank, turning to the left. This time you have the option to stack your feet. So left toes on top of the right. If that's too much, come back to the earlier option. Stay here for 3, for 2, for 1. Now option, you can stay in side plank or tip your left toes back. Wild thing. Open through the chest. Stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Bring left palm down. Come back into plank. Take 1 breath here before we switch sides. Inhale. Exhale, when you're ready, turn to the right. So side plank, either the toes to stack, or you can bring the right toes to the middle again. Stay 3, for 2, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, right toes to the back. Option, yeah. Or you can stay in side plank. Wild thing, open through the chest. For 3, for 2, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Right palm down. Come back to plank. Inhale here. Downward facing dog. Take the hips up to the ceiling. Exhale. Catching 1 full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, look forward. Yogi's choice. You can either step forward like we did before, or maybe take a light hop from here. So inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hop forward. Half lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart this time. Exhale. Close your eyes. Let's give yourselves a couple of breaths here. Breath of 1. Slow down your breath. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Have your eyes open when you're ready. Still standing tall at the top of your mat. Inhale. Reach your hands up. Forward fold. Take it down. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale. Now you have a choice here. You can either step back to a plank and then chaturanga, or press your palms down. Light hop back into chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra or upward facing. Inhale, your back bend. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Pause here. Give it 3 breaths. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right leg to the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Flex your foot. Keep the hips squared. First 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, you're going to shift forward. Bring your knee to the nose. Stay here. Shoulders on top of your wrists. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring your right knee to your left elbow. 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten your right leg to the left. Coming into fallen triangle. Press the back heel down. Circle your left hand to the ceiling. Open the chest. Staying here. Breath of 1. Your right shoulder is stable, yeah? So press down firm. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Left palm onto the mat. Take your right leg up into a scorpion tail. So now you're in a 3-legged scorpion. Open through that right hip. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, really slowly tip back into a wild thing. Right toes to the left. Control. Okay, open through the chest. Wild thing for 3. Stay for 2. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Bring your right hand down. Step your right foot forward. Left foot forward, top of your mat. Half lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Let's go down. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Again, your choice. Step back or hop back into a chaturanga from here. Exhale. Cobra, upward facing. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, when you're ready, left leg to the ceiling. Three-legged dog, keep it squared. First one breath, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, come on forward. So shift your shoulders as if you're coming into a plank. One breath, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to the right elbow. One breath, inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg to the right. Press your back heel down, fall in triangle. Take your right hand up. Stabilize your left hand, stay 3. Stay for 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look down, right palm down, three-legged scorpion. Left leg opens to the ceiling, bend the knee. One full breath here, stay, inhale. Exhale, when you're ready, tip over into wild thing, left toes to the right. Control the landing like we do in class. Take your hand up and overhead, stay for 3, for 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look down, left palm down. Step your left foot forward, right foot forward, top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, hands to the ceiling, inhale. Bring your hands to your heart, exhale, close your eyes. 2 breaths here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Have your eyes open, inhale, take your hands up high. Forward fold, all the way down, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Now again, yogi's choice, walk, hop, or skip, go straight to a downward facing dog. Okay, so anytime you're feeling tired, just go back to a down dog. Otherwise, take your flow, meet us back in your downward facing dog. Once you get there, 3 deep breaths. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, right leg to the ceiling. Open up into your scorpion tail straight away. Take your right knee high up to the ceiling. One breath here, inhale. Exhale now, slow and controlled. Come into your wild thing like we do in studio. Take your time. Drop your toes back really slow. Open your chest, wild thing. Stay here, breath of 1. Stabilize your left shoulder, breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look down, bring your right palm down, pigeon pose, right shin forward. Okay, drop your hips down. So we're in a sleeping pigeon position. So make sure you adjust your hips first. If it's too much to bring the foot out, bring the foot closer to the hips instead. Square off your hips, so left hip bone wants to come down towards the mat. Okay, fingertips on the mat, open your chest, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale, crawl forward. You may bring your elbows down onto the mat if it's comfortable. 1 more breath here, inhale. Exhale, wherever you are, you're a version of sleeping pigeon, whether you're on your palms, on your elbows, or forehead all the way down to your mat. Staying here, 3 breaths. Breath of 1. You're pointing your left toes back. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Okay, if you're all the way down, start to come back up onto your palms. Lift the chest. You're on your fingertips. Now from here, lean to the right. So you can bring that left leg forward. Try not to use your hands. So bring the left leg all the way to the front. Right foot to the inner left thigh. Setting up for Janushi Shasana. Keep your left toes flexed. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Staying here, breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly come back up. Now from here, step your right foot on the mat. Okay, I'm going to show you from the front. Right foot is on the mat. Give it a bit of space between your right foot and your left thigh. Okay, right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Take your right hand forward. Turn the thumb face down. Wrap the right hand around the right knee. Okay, left hand forward. Thumb turns down, wrap the hand around to the lower back, interlacing your right fingers. Option to use a towel between your hands, otherwise stay where you are. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold the body down, stay here. This is Marichyasana A. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more deep breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly come back up, release the bind, stay where you are. So you still have your left leg straight. Right foot on the mat. If you have your blocks, you can get them ready. Okay, one on each side. If you don't need, it's okay. We're gonna come up to a pistol squat from here. Press your palms down. Flex your left toes. Lift the butt away from the mat. Okay, so you're in pistol squat. If you can balance here, no need the blocks. Hands to heart. Stay here for 3. Stay for 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale. If you need the blocks, go ahead, use the blocks. Press down into the blocks. Come into a standing splits. Don't touch the mat with your left leg. Take your left leg all the way up to the ceiling, folding your forehead towards your right shin. Keep pointing your left toes up, working the left glutes. Stay for 3. Staying for 2. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale from here. Look forward. Crawl your hands forward. Step your left foot next to the right. Come all the way up to stand. Inhale. Forward fold all the way down. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale. Again, your choice. Walk back, hop back, or skip the flow. We meet back in a downward facing dog. So take your time here. Once you get to down dog, give yourselves 3 breaths. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, left side, left leg comes up to the ceiling. Open your hip into a scorpion tail. So take your left knee high up to the ceiling. 1 full breath here. Inhale. Exhale when you're ready. Wild thing, slow and steady. So control, as if we're in the studio and doing this together. Open your chest. Staying here, breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Left palm to the mat. Pigeon pose. Left shin forward. And release your hips all the way down. So your right toes point back. Adjust your hips here so your hips are squared. You're not leaning over to the left too much. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crawl your fingers forward. Inhale. Exhale, maybe elbows come down. One more. Inhale. Exhale to any degree. So wherever you are, on your palms, elbows, or forehead on the mat. Catch 3 breaths here in your sleeping pigeon. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's come back up. So onto your palms and onto your fingertips. Come all the way up. If you can, don't use your hands. Transfer that right leg forward. So lean to the left. Bring your right leg forward. Place your left foot to the inner right thigh. So we're back into Janushi Shasana. Keep your toes flexed. Inhale, hands up. Forward fold. Exhale. Giving yourselves 3 breaths here just to feel the back of your right leg stretching. Breath of 1. Keep activating your toes. Breath of 2. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, slowly come back up. Have your left foot on the mat. So give it a bit of space between the foot and your inner right thigh. So you can bring your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Left hand reaches forward. Turn your thumb face down. Wrap the hand around the knee. Same thing for the right hand to the front. Thumb turns down. Bring your hand around to the back. Interlace. Use a towel or anything that will help you extend your hands here. As you inhale, flex your right toes. Forward fold. Exhale. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come up, release the bind. Again, preparing your blocks if you need them. Going to come into pistol squat. So those who don't need blocks, no need, yeah? Fingers can be on the mat. As you lift the butt of the mat, flex your right toes. Option, hands off to your heart center. Balancing here wherever you are. Breath of 1. Your hands can be down, so you don't need to lift your hands up. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale. Okay, option to bring your hands down. Coming up to that standing splits. Try not to touch the mat with your right leg. So roll up, right leg up to the ceiling. As you take your fold towards your left shin. Keep pointing your toes to the ceiling. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look forward. Crawl the fingers slightly forward. Step your right foot next to the left. Okay, let's come all the way up. Inhale, hands up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Close your eyes, 3 breaths here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale, blink your eyes open. If you need a water break, please go ahead. Quick check. Everyone's okay? You guys okay so far? The pistol squat part, use the blocks if you need to, yeah? Especially the following rounds, we're going to build on that. Okay, 2 more breaths. One more deep breath here. Okay, whenever you're ready, come back to the top of your mat. Standing tall in your Tadasana position. Hands to your heart. Let's take 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, hands up and overhead. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Again, you have the choice. Take your flow or skip. So your flow, you can step or jump back or just step back into a downward facing dog. We all meet back here. So take your time. Go through your flow. If you're up for it, come back into a down dog. Give yourselves 3 breaths once you get to a downward facing. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, right leg up, open to scorpion tail again once more. This time, can you reach your knee higher? But check your upper body. Upper body shouldn't be twisting. Only the lower body is open. 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, when you're ready, slow and steady. Wild thing, control. The slower, the stronger. Open through your chest. Look up to the ceiling for 3, for 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look down, right palm down, pigeon pose again. Right shin forward, drop your left knee down. Okay, this time we're going to stay upright. So whatever that means for you, if you need to sit on your block, go ahead. Okay, so you can bring the block to your hip. If you're comfortable here, your hips are square, stay wherever you are. We're going to stay upright. So there's an element of a back bend here, but make sure your lower back is not feeling any tension. Yeah, stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, now stay where you are. Try not to shift the body to the right. Can you point your left toes to the ceiling? You'll feel that the body starts to lift. That's okay. We're feeling it into that top left part of your thigh, yeah? Your hip flexors and your quad stretching here. Keep pointing left toes. Don't grab hold of the foot. Stay 3. Stay for 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, drop your left leg down. Lean to the right. Bring the left leg to the front again one more time. Keep the leg straight. Right foot to the inner left thigh. So back into Janushi Shasana. Keep your left toes flexed. Hands up. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Take this as a rest, okay? Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up. Step your right foot on the mat. Give a bit of space so the right shoulder can get to the inside of the knee. So same thing we did earlier. Right hand forward, thumb turns down. So you're inner rotating your shoulders. Take your hand around the knee. Left hand forward, same thing. Thumb down. Take the hand to the back. Use your towel if you need it to create the bind. Inhale, lengthen. Flex your left toes up. Exhale, fold down. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale, exhale, come all the way up, release the bind, preparing for your pistol squat. So if you need your blocks, set your blocks to the side, yeah? When you're ready, inhale, exhale, hips off the mat. Keep your left toes flexed, one hand forward, the other hand forward, stay, stay, stay wherever you are. If you need your hands down, stay. This left leg needs to work a lot. Breath of 1, breath of 2, one more, inhale, exhale. Now stay where you are. Grab hold of your left big toe. Stay here. Prepare your block for the right hand, okay? You're going to keep your right hand on the block. From here, press down into that right hand. We're going to come all the way up to stand. Bring that left leg up into your Utthita A. Feel free to bend the knee as you make the transition to come up. Stay wherever you are. Breath of 1. Right hand can be at your hip. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale from here, release the big toe, bend the knee, flex your foot, bring your hands to your heart. So you're standing here on your right leg, left leg bent, stay. 3, for 2, for 1, bring your right hand back to your hip, left hand holds on to the inner arch of your left foot. Keep your knees together to start. We're coming into dancer's pose from here. So you're gonna kick into that back hand, extend through that back body, and then take your right hand forward whenever you're ready. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Take your left leg all the way back. Adjust your hips. So your right knee is bent 90 degrees. Back leg pressed down strong. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips, straighten your right leg, turn the toes in. So now you're facing the left side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold the body down, release your fingers onto the mat. Inhale, elbows straight, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands underneath in line with your feet. Take your wide-legged forward fold. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Now from here, crawl your fingers slightly forward, lift your chest, you're in a halfway forward fold. Now walk your right fingers all the way forward, only the right fingers. Left hand is going to thread the needle underneath the right armpit, grab hold of your right ankle, coming into a twist. You can stay here, or you can take your right hand up to the ceiling, or option right hand around your back, reaching for your inner left thigh. Okay, so any option, your choice. You're going to see if you can fold the upper body down a little bit more. Stay. Breath of 1, strong legs. Breath of 2. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, if your hand is behind the back, take the hand up to the ceiling. Release both hands underneath the face. Inhale here. Exhale, wide-legged fold. One more time, crawl the hands underneath the feet. Relax. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale from here, halfway lift. Crawl your fingers back to the front of your mat. Turn your right toes forward. Okay, from here, step your left foot forward next to the right. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Come all the way up, hands to the ceiling. Inhale. Forward fold all the way down. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Again, yogi's choice. Take your flow, walk back, hop back, or skip. Go back into a downward facing dog. Okay, so take your time. If you still got energy, go for it. Take your flow. Meet back in a downward facing dog. Breath of 1, catch your breath. Breath of 2. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Left leg comes up high, scorpion tail. Open through that left hip. So check in with your upper body. Upper body stays squared like your down dog. Only the lower body is opening up. Stay one breath. Inhale. Exhale while things slow and steady. Tip it over. Open through your chest. Come into your back bend. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Bring your left palm down. Left shin forward. Pigeon pose. Okay, so take your time, adjust your right knee back. We're going to stay upright in this pigeon. So make sure you're not leaning to the left too much here, wherever you are. Lower back is comfortable. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Okay, now again, we're going to try not to lean over to the left too much. Point your right toes to the ceiling. Your body's going to lift a little bit, that's okay. Keep pointing. You're going to feel the stretch into the top of your right thigh. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Release the leg down. Now this time lean to the left. Transfer your right leg to the front. Okay, so bring left foot to the inner right thigh. Sit tall. Right toes flex. Inhale. Hands up. Forward fold. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale, come back up, have your left foot on the mat. Okay, so setting up for the bind. Give space for your left shoulder to get on the inside. Left hand forward, thumb down, wrap around the left knee. Same thing for your right hand. Reaching it to the back, use your towel if you need it. Inhale, keep flexing your front toes. Exhale, fold the body, stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up, release the bind, getting ready for your pistol squat. Okay, so blocks are there for you if you need, yeah? So when you're ready, inhale, exhale, lift the butt away from your mat, flex your toes, maybe hands off the mat, maybe hands supporting, doesn't matter, stay for 3, keep using that right leg flexing for 2, one more, inhale. Exhale, right hand grab hold of the right big toe. Prepare the block for your left hand so that you can press down into the block to lift, okay? So from here, inhale, exhale, press, come all the way up, Utthita A. Bring your left hand to your hip, pausing here, breath of 1. Breath of 2, the knee can be bent, yeah? So if your hamstrings are not ready, bend the knee. One more, inhale. Exhale, release the big toe, bend the knee, flex the foot, hands to your heart. So standing knee to chest. Stay for 3, for 2, one more, inhale, exhale. Okay, dancer's pose. Left hand to the hip, hold on to the inner arch of your right foot. So from the big toe side, keep the knees together first. When you're ready, extend by kicking into that back hand, and then extend left hand to the front. Stay wherever you are. For 3, for 2, one more, inhale, exhale, warrior 2, right leg to the back of your mat. Adjust your stance if you need to. Stay here, belly in warrior 2, breath of 1, breath of 2, one more, inhale, exhale, bring your hands to your hips, left leg straight, turn the toes to the right side. Okay, so everyone's facing the right side of your mat now. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, folding the body down. Release your fingers to the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, crawl your fingers all the way underneath as you take your fold. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, look forward. Crawl your hands forward. So both hands crawl forward. Left hand is going to crawl even more to the front. Okay, we're going to go for a twist. Right hand threads the needle under your left armpit. Grab hold of your left ankle. You can stay here or take your left hand up. Or option 3, left hand around the back. Reach for your inner right thigh. Pull the body a little lower so you're still in a fold here. With a twist in your spine, stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more, inhale. Exhale to come out, hand to the ceiling first. Inhale. Exhale, release both hands down underneath the face. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Stay, inhale. Stay, exhale. Okay, half lift, inhale. We're going to crawl to the front of your mat. Turn your left toes forward, exhale. Step your right foot next to the left top of your mat. Half lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Come all the way up, hands to the ceiling, inhale. Bring your hands to heart, exhale, close your eyes. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One more breath here, inhale, exhale. Okay, blink your eyes open, just one more flow, okay? Take your hands up, inhale to the ceiling. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Your choice, walk, step, or hop, or skip. Go straight to a down dog. So if you still have energy, go for it. Take your flow. Meet us back in downward facing dog. Okay, once you get to down dog, give yourselves 3 breaths. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. One last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, right leg up into scorpion tail. When you're ready, open up through that right hip, a little higher than the previous 2 rounds if you can. Check in with your upper body, so try not to twist your shoulders too much. Press down into your right palm even more. Stay, 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, wild thing, right toes tip to the left. Control the landing as smooth and slow as you can. Open through the chest, take your wild thing, staying here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, look down, bring the palm down, pigeon pose. Right shin forward, left knee down. So slide the left leg back. Okay, we're gonna stay upright. Let's catch your breath here in your upright pigeon first. Breath of 1. So again, try not to lean to the right too much. Breath of 2. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Okay, now from here, lean to the to the right slightly. Bend into your back leg. Left hand grabs hold of the foot from the inside. Okay, so you're gonna hold on to the inner arch of your left foot. You can stay here. If this is enough already, you might feel it in your quads of your left leg. If you can go a little bit more, bring the foot to the elbow crease. So it comes in here instead of holding onto the foot. Okay, now stay here. Feel like, oh my God, my quads are so tight. Stay right here. You don't have to change anything, but try and square your shoulders forward. So right hand is on the side of your right hip. Turn your shoulders forward if you can. Okay, otherwise you're slightly open to the left, that's okay. Wherever you are, let's stay here first. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Now, deeper option for those who are ready for this. Right hand comes up to the ceiling. Bend into your right elbow. See if you can interlace your left fingers that's behind you. Now, tendency for the body to lean to the left here. It's going to cut into your lower back. Okay, so instead of doing this, square the shoulders, turn the body forward as much as you can. Okay, so just be aware of your upper body turning forward. Stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, release the interlace, release your left leg down. We're going to take sleeping pigeon, so crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Relax down. You can stay in your palms, on your elbows, or come down to your forehead. Okay, take a moment here. Give your lower back a bit of rest if you felt a bit of tension there. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Now from here, press down into your palms. Now this time you're going to come back into a 3-legged scorpion. Tuck into your left toes. When you're ready, right leg comes back up and overhead. Stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. From here, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Okay, we're going to go into a Skandasana at the back of your mat. So shift your weight into your left leg. We're all the way at the back of your mat, into your left hip. Hands to your heart, or if you need support, fingers down, lift the hips halfway. Your right toes are flexed. Stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Now turn to the back of your mat. Frame your left foot, okay? I know you can't see me, so you have to listen to my cues from here. So frame your left foot at the back of your mat. Take 3-legged scorpion, left leg up, open your left hip. So we're changing sides, but facing the back of your mat. Stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, wild thing, left toes to the right. Control the landing. Open through your back bend when you're ready. Chest to the ceiling for 3, for 2, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, look down, left palm down. Pigeon pose. Left shin forward. Right knee to the mat. Okay, let's stay upright first. So give your body a bit of time to adjust in pigeon. Don't lean to the left too much. You're either on your fingertips or on your palms. Stay. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the left slightly. Bend into your right knee. Right hand holds on to the inner arch of your foot. So you're already feeling it here into your quad, yeah? The right quad. If this is enough, you can stay here. Okay, if you can go a little bit more, bring the foot to the elbow crease. So the foot goes down into the right elbow crease. Now if you're okay here, square the shoulders. Bring your left hand next to your left hip. Think of squaring the shoulders to the back of your mat. Okay, so it's not open to the right side. It's looking to the back of your mat. Stay 3, for 2, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. If this is comfortable for you, you can go a little bit more into Mermaid pose. Left hand up to the ceiling. Bend your left elbow, maybe interlace with your right hand. So again, pay attention. The body wants to lean to the right. This is where you try and square the body to the back of your mat. Stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, start to release the interlace. Release your right leg down. Sleeping pigeon to relax. You can stay on your palms. Make sure your hips are not leaning over to any side. Or you can come down to your elbows or all the way down to your forehead. Give your lower back a bit of a break. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the palms back onto the mat. Tuck into your back toes. Let's come up into 3-legged scorpion. When you're ready, left leg up to the ceiling. So open up into your 3-legged scorpion. Stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Step the foot between the hands. So you're still at the back of your mat. You're going to come back to the front of your mat. Skandasana into your right hip. Okay, so bend into your right knee, hands to heart or fingers down. Left toes flex. Stay here. 3, for 2, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to turn to the front of your mat. Frame your right foot. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. 3-legged scorpion. Open up. Stay here for 3, for 2, for 1. We're going to take a vinyasa from here. So if you're doing chaturanga, option for 1-legged. Otherwise, normal chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra upward facing. Inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Catch your breath. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose, knees to the mat. Relax your body down. Crawl your hands forward or take your hands back, your choice. So come back into your slow breaths. Check in with your body. Check in with your breath here for a moment. Three more deep breaths. Last 2. Take your time. Use the breath to bring the body back to a resting state. 1 more breath here. Okay, from here, stay in child's pose. If your hands are reaching to the back, can you bring your hands to the front again, top of your mat? So reach your fingers to the top, stay in child's pose. From here, cup your fingers, lift the head, inhale. Walk the hands to the right corner of your mat, exhale. Stretch out the left side body. You can relax your upper body down, so press your palms, relax your head. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Cup your fingertips, lift the head, inhale. Walk your hands to the left corner of your mat, exhale when you're ready. And relax down again. Feel a stretch over the right side. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Cup the fingertips. Come back to child's pose, top of your mat. Relax completely. Last 3 breaths here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. Let's take 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, from here, sit all the way up onto your knees. You're going to transfer your legs forward, so just lean over to any side. Bring your legs to the front. Make sure you're in the middle of your mat. You're gonna lie down, so extend your legs straight to the sides of your mat. Flex your feet, hands forward, round your back. Let's go down really slow here. Use your core, round your back even more. 3. Keep going for 2. And 1. Knees to your chest. Give yourselves a big hug. Rock your spine here. Release any tension in your lower back. So rock it out here if you're feeling lower back is a little sensitive. 2 more breaths. Let's do 1 more deep breath here. Okay, we're going to end with a spinal twist. So bring both knees over to the right and twist your upper body to the left. Ground your left shoulder down onto the mat. Okay, so a gentle twist. You don't have to hold onto your knees. Let them just very naturally fold to the side and stay here. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring the knees back to your chest. Take an inhale. Switch sides, exhale, knees to the left, upper body opens to the right, right shoulder on the mat. Breath of 1. Breath of 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, come back to center, knees to the chest. Let's take happy baby from here. So open your knees wide apart. Grab hold of the inner or the outer arch of the feet, depending on what you're used to practicing here. There's no right or wrong. Now press your lower back down onto the mat. Think of bringing the knees down to the sides of your mat. So the knees are not reaching up. Knees are pulling down here. Rock your spine, relax. Finding a bit of release again for your lower back if that feels good. 2 more breaths here. Let's do 1 more deep breath. Okay, when you're ready, knees into your chest, give yourselves 1 last hug here. If that feels good, can lift your head and your neck, bringing forehead towards your knees. 1 breath here, inhale. Shavasana on your exhale. Start to relax the body down onto your mat. Open your hands, open your feet wide. Shoulders on your mat, completely relaxed. So take your time to come into your final relaxation. We're going to stay here for just a few moments. Let the body relax from your practice. Come back to your natural breath if you were in Ujjayi throughout your class or any controlled breathing pattern. Start to release and just let the body relax. Start to bring awareness back into your breath. Wriggling your fingers and your toes when you're ready to find movement. If you prefer to stay a little longer in Shavasana, please go ahead. So whenever you're ready, you can just turn off the video and just stay in your Shavasana. Otherwise, start to find movement. Shake your head to the left and to the right. And when you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourselves 1 last hug here. Rock your spine. Release last bits of tension if there's any in your lower back. 1 last breath here. And coming to that right side of your mat. So leaning over to the right. Stay there for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. One full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, press down into your left palm. Come up into your seated pose, facing the top of your mat. Sitting tall. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take one breath on your own here. Just one breath together to end our practice. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Hands to the heart, exhale. Keep your hands to your heart. Bow your head down to your fingers. Take an inhale. Forehead to the mat, exhale. Thank you so much, yogis, for spending your Saturday morning with us. Namaste, everyone.